How are y'all doing? This is Steven with Merk Farms Hunting, and just again continuing through the updates. June has already snuck up. I mean, daggum, the kids are out of school. We've got four of them. First time starting high school, so football's in. Plays basketball too. It's just time really does fly, especially this time of year. Gonna go ahead and do an update. Gonna really jump right into one of the tracks that's open that I like and just give you a rundown of it. There's a video of it out there. You can follow up by watching that as well. But I'm gonna jump in on the Grayson County, Kentucky, approximately 160 acres. You can jump on there and look at it. You can get the price on it. Hey, it is what it is. It's not a cheap one. This land, particularly, the landowner is just do a good bit of business with them over the years, and definitely just really kind of understands what things go for. He likes his money to even fool with a group out there. It is what it is. There's a video of it. You can watch it and hopefully give you a little more information. But just I want to speak directly on it and why I really like it. I believe I've got it in the lucky tract rating category. You can look at the tract ratings and kind of how I rate the properties. And again, that one's lucky just because, honestly, like a lot of them at size, also a lot of crops on this tract, as you can see from the aerial, see from the video, just first glance, lots and lots of crops. But let me just dig into it and just give you my opinion on it, why personally I kind of like it. I think someone else would probably have success out there. Big thing is I know a lot about that area. Big deer come out of that area, that Grayson, Butler, Ohio County area. And in particularly, really big deer taken in this area this last fall that a lot of people don't want to talk about. And I won't get into that, but it's just a big deer area. That's all there is to it. It's good to find land there, especially in the rut time. You just kind of never know. And this, to me, I like it because it, especially, probably not great for a bow hunter. But, if you're that type of hunter, you're only going to hunt rifle season anyway, and you're kind of worried or going to pop down $2,000 or $3,000 to go with an outfitter. This is a no-brainer for me. I mean, it lays like a rut rifle hunting dream. It's a no-brainer for me. I mean, probably two guys, get out there, maybe three, get you a good ladder stand, tripod stand, heck, a perfect shooting house type place, and just roll with it. As you'll see, it's got full-time water on it with big woods bordering it. And I personally, again, you can see that it did have various patches and heads of woods on it. And those were logged about maybe 3 years ago now. I stopped in again the other day whenever I was in the area, and it just screams of deer honey hole. I mean, the old forest lands that were there are just absolute thickets. In the middle of the crop fields, on the side of the crop fields. I mean, really, honestly, it went and scouted in the afternoon or evening. I don't know what's on it this year. I wouldn't know. I see so many properties. That one I popped in on. If it was this year, I believe it was in beans whenever I laid my eyes on it last. I'm not exactly sure. But again, that's kind of where you got to get out and do some of this work on your own. But it screamed of just daggum a place for deer to lay around belly up and get freaking fat. Real rich soil in the area. And again, it looked to me like it's a place where probably a lot of does are going to fawn like crazy in there, in the thickets. A lot of protection, a lot of food, full-time water. Maybe a buck bachelor group up in there in the summer. But it all comes to basically the Super Bowl time. That type of setup and layout just looks amazing for rifle. In my opinion, I would love it if I was kicking around, going with an outfitter. I mean, this would be the property. You just, in my opinion, you would at least probably save a little bit of money and then have it to yourself. and then just sit out there for those days of rifle and rut, and just, I would think, get quite a show. You never know what happens. It is fair chase hunting everywhere. There's countless factors that go into it. It's not called killing, it's called hunting, because there's so many different things that could happen. But it looks like a place that is, again, a diamond in the rough, one that doesn't really probably lease that often. I haven't had an organized hunt out there. Just a mix of, I think it's getting better as those thickets get bigger. And again, I'm glad I stepped my eyes back on it. So again, I think it's an outstanding still value for somebody that, this would be a place an outfitter would lease and put you on anyway. Yeah, that's the honest truth. They would lease and run you out there and rifle and just, feed you and maybe give you a place to stay. I don't know. There's not a whole lot of lodges more and more these days. So again, I've always of the ilk, there's a spot and a place for every type of hunting. But again, to me, this is the type of track, it doesn't make sense to pass up, especially if you're going to go with an outfitter, because it would be a place in that area an outfitter would stick you on with a rifle anyway. So might as well give this one a hard look, and you and a buddy go in on it, maybe a third. And again, just be hunting where you would hunt anyway, just probably saving a little bit of money, and again, having it private for yourself. So this is Steven with Merk Farms, just doing another weekly update. Dadgum June and the summer is here. Again, that's the Grayson County, Kentucky 160-acre tract that's open right now.